look who I have today, you guys. Who is this? I thought the people. I'm trying to say that we are trying to bring out what is happening in chapter 7 of Lady C's book. And I'm trying to get this dog to see he's got to calm down so I can read this story. I think he's a little anxious and he wants to hear it. Yes, I do. Quiet. We're going to read chapter 7 of Lady C's book. I do. Let's read it. Where I left off in the beginning of this chapter, actually in chapter 7, Lady C is talking about how, Meghan is already breaking the rules. She's going out with the Queen on her first engagement with the Queen. And she has the nerve to show up with the Queen without a hat, the proper hat, not the proper dress, not wearing something that shows color. Like, ask yourself, what kind of person is so rebellious that they don't even want to wear the proper clothing attire with the Queen present? Like, I don't understand that. Like, the audacity. Like, why would you do that? You're with the Queen. And you're like, no, I'm going to wear what I want to wear. Or I'm going to be like, make my own decisions. I just cannot understand the disrespect that she is showing for the Queen at this point. To be out on the royal engagement and to just not, she has people telling her what to wear, or, the Queen says you need to do this, you need to wear that. And she's deciding not to do it. And that's not okay. And it makes me just feel so embarrassed that you could behave that way. But the Queen is still upstanding. The Queen is still going to be the Queen at the end of the day. I just don't get it. And then how, Lady C is talking about with her friends. She's, when they go out to dinner, it's always, the husband and wife. They never sit together. But they always wanted to sit together and just kind of be all up on each other while they were at events. And it's just rude. Well, out here, you guys are just going to ignore all the people out at the dinner party, but you guys just going to be all up on each other and whispering in each other's ears and just being in your own little world while you're in an outing. And to me, it just shows the level of immaturity. It shows that the relationship really is not based on true love and respect. You're demonstrating how immature you are by not being able to contain yourself. It's like, go get a room. He's demonstrating very hyperness right now, and I'm trying to get him to be calm. Get him to be calm, and he's just licking. He loves to lick. Lick, 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 lick. Be nice now, Otis, and calm. Do that. So as we continue on in reading chapter 7 of Lady C's book, we're seeing a lot of Meghan's behavior is really not conforming to the environment in which she's married. Like, from the very beginning, she's come out the gate rebelling, not be nice to nobody. She's going to suck up into her behavior. You know how girls can be when they want attention. They'll get mad and not talk. And Harry's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I don't like to be around people who are just rude. Like, you on purpose just not following the rules. On purpose. So there's something wrong with you. It's not like you making a mistake or you forgot. You are making a conscious decision not to follow the rules because you don't like the rules. But you married into it. She'll never really be accepted back. She hasn't had her smackdown yet. And Lady C is just confirming that more and more as we read about this in chapter 7 of the book. She's pointing out here something very relevant to how we see Meghan behaving
now continuously, and with other people that she'll end up meeting that are just as important as she thinks she is. And this is why she's going to have a hard time adjusting to relationships in general with people, because she thinks she has accomplished something on such a great level of magnitude that she'll never really put herself on a level that looks up to people to want to learn. She will not be able to stay in her lane because her ego is just so big. Allowing her to back off and be rude, allowing her to show her rudeness. He's like, go on, my love, be rude. Show them who's boss. Because he can't. He can't show her who's boss, but he's like, you show them who's boss and just go do what you want. Thing does not work for me. I don't want to follow tradition. I don't have respect for your traditions. I have no respect for anything that you guys are doing and have been doing for hundreds of years. That's what it is. And if people can't see that, they don't want to see that. Yeah, they don't want to see it. Isn't that just terrible? It just makes people not really want to really get along with you because you have no respect for people in the way that they do things. It's really appalling, and it's like in the most British way possible. Oh, it's appalling. I can't stand it. How rude. We're welcoming you into our family life, and you just coming in here changing all up, trying to do what you want to do, and it's just not okay to do that. It's like, I would not dare do that, going to somebody's house and behave like this. And she's doing it where the whole world can see her doing it. That's what I don't understand. You got like a head injury or something that you just don't get it? That you think this is okay to do? Anyone ever really going to come into seeing who this person is and just be like, oh, isn't that Meghan Markle girl? Ain't she so nice? She's so sweet. But people can't say that because she's coming in just like barging through, like, do it my way, do it my way. It's all about me. Forget your traditions. We cannot even try to like you. That you don't even have common decency to be a good person and to just behave yourself. And this is what we're talking about. Lady C is telling us how she's been behaving with all this PDA and her hand on Harry's back and not wanting to be separated at dinner parties, knowing that that's the custom and tradition. And there's good reason so that you can socialize with the other people. You guys want to be all up on each other. There's a time and a place to do that. Hello, after the dinner party. Go do y'all, do your thing. But like right now, we are socializing and we're meeting with people that we've never met before. And then the other thing that Lady C brought out is when she would meet people, she had to go through a school of training to learn all of this. But she was like, oh, I'm so pleased to meet you. Well, how can she be pleased to meet people that she ain't never met? How do you know it's a pleasure to meet them? But she kept wanting to say things the way she wanted to say things. They tried to tell her these things, but she didn't want to hear it. She just wanted to keep doing it her old American way. Yang, 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 American way. Go and be a lady and speak as if you have got some training. Yes, how do you do? Lovely, lovely to meet you. I can't see my pages of my book. Him and Meghan in as they bombarded their staff with 20 and 50 new ideas every few days. That's like them with their Netflix deal. We're going to do this. We're going to do documentaries. We're going to do feature films, scripted shows, cartoons, family dramas. We're going to do any and everything. Like, you need to just focus on something and just do that. These two trying to run roughshod on everything, and it's just not going to work. My Otis is down there. He's just looking to get into something. He is just like, woman, why you got me sitting up in here? I'm trying to go out and sniff some butt. They concluded that everyone in the royal family, with the exception of their unique gifts, which if properly exploited, could change the monarchy and the world for the better. This was taken to mean William and Catherine, and sure enough, it was only a matter of time before they started making it clear that they believed that William and Catherine were indeed jealous of them and their greater star quality. See how the superficiality of it just starts to pour through? They can't seem to grasp the great gift that they have already. And they're looking at the superficialness of celebrity. This is what they tell actors. If you're here to be a celebrity or if you're here to be a star, you might as well leave acting altogether, because you have to have a passion for wanting to be an actor. You must first really want to be a good actor and to do the hard work and to really be that kind of person that lives and breathes being an actor. Because all the people who did it for the purpose of becoming a celebrity or a star maybe have found their celebrity or star in a way that was not quite how they wanted to become a star, if you know what I mean, right? So we're watching a couple self-destruct on the basis of their superficialness. And they quite can't see it yet. And until they get that smack down, they're going to keep pursuing it for the superficialness that it is and not really for the substance. Being in the royal family, you finally made it. But for Meghan, being in the royal family was simply the stepping stone to her true dominance that she was looking for. Like, look, I'm here to get a job done, and either you work with me or you gonna be gone. I mean, that's how she saw it. It wasn't like trying to work together. So as we see her dive into her, it's all about me and what I want and how I'm going to dominate the picture to go completely against trying to make a common good that we all have in mind work. We can't allow that to happen because it's conflicting with Meghan's desire to be more important than she really is. And this is why I say with her Netflix deal, she is going to have her foot all up in that production, that she's going to find herself an acting role. You best be believing that, whether she's hosting something in a documentary or she is doing a voiceover in a kids show or she is acting dramatically in a scripted show, she is going to find a way to write herself into the starring role that she never got cast in when she was making the rounds of auditioning. She has found an opportunity now to really write her own script. And Lady C mentioned in chapter 7 how Meghan is an amazing woman in the sense that she was able to take this prince and she was able to mold him in such a way and made him feel like he had to have her and he had to listen to her and he had to do all the things that she wanted, because this is what he wanted to do for her. He wanted to give her whatever she wanted. So she is in the driver's seat and she is using him, like I said before, as a handbag to come along. So let's have you on the sideline so I can keep moving forward, because I'm not really anything without you, right? So she's got him on the side while she is driving the show. Mr. Otis will be back another day. He had to eat. He was hungry and he wasn't having it. Okay, so basically in this chapter 7, and I think you can really see that Meghan has been pretty consistent with how she's treated people. She is on a mission to get what she is going to get. And the one thing that I see that she's really missing is she is on this climb to the top. And all along the way, and I've said this in some of my earlier videos, she is on this ladder and she is climbing and she is just knocking people down because she is so laser focused. She is on a mission to get what she wants to get, but all the while sidestepping the real cause of what her focus should be, on doing good for the sake of doing good, but not doing good for the sake of becoming a celebrity or to have world domination or to just be so popular that I have to look like I want to help people. So let me hurry up and look like I want to help these people, because it's going to raise my profile to be that, all that, people loving me because I'm helping you kind of a thing. And it's so missing the point. And you can see it in chapter 7, just how she's treating everybody, her staff and her dad, and not wanting her stories to be contradicted, and showing her staff that she is the one that rules the roost, and she's telling you what to do. And if it's 5 a.m. and it's time to work, get it done. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. And the fact that she's supposed to love Harry, but yet she's made this man do away with his friends because they are a threat to her and her domination over Harry, because they can see through her. Who's going to say anything good about her? Who's going to really say, she deserves all this that she's acquired because she's worked hard for it? But that's not going to be the case. She hasn't worked hard for it. She's wanting to take a shortcut to get to where she's trying to go. And the only way she can get there without working really hard and to take the shortcut is to just bing, get rid of those people, bing, get rid of you, bing. I'm on a mission, bing, get out my way. And she's climbing, and she's climbing. Oh, the part where she had led Harry to believe that she had it far harder in life than she actually had. You know how guys, they be gangster, but yeah, they grew up in the suburbs from wealthy families, but they have to act like they grew up like poor and underprivileged so that people can believe when they're being a gangster, like it's for real. It's like, I had a hard life, man. I ain't had no food on the table. I got beat up. I got all this, but all the while they've lived a very posh life, and they ain't got nothing really to say that they've had a hard life, so they can't be respected because they've grown up in a way that was so, affluent almost. And so that's what she's trying to say. She's trying to, what she did to Harry, essentially. She had told Harry that how hard she had to struggle to put herself through university, when in fact her time had been one long joyride on her father's bandwagon. She didn't want Tom Sr. giving the game away and shining a light on those aspects of her persona, which were, to put it politely, self-generated rather than organic, perpetrating her way through life. And it's working. But, I look at people like that. I look at people who are so ambitious about what this world has to offer them. Okay? But don't you always, whenever you get something that you've wanted, you're like, oh, I want more. Is it ever really enough? At what point do you say, this is good, I'm going to just stay right here? That's hard for people to do. Unless you really look at it like, this world has a lot to offer. What price are you willing to pay to get it? And to me, it looks like Meghan is willing to pay any price to get it. And I just look at it with fascination, like, wow, you really will throw your dad under the bus for the things of superficialness of this world? Wow, you really will just cause division and divisiveness between your husband, who you say you love, and his family and his friends. Like, there's so much just contradiction that it's like you just sit back and you just like, wow, man, this train it's going fast. And all the stupid things and all the craziness that she keeps doing with her outrageous behavior, it just makes the train go faster. And you just have to sit back and watch, because people like watching train wrecks. I know sometimes I just can't stop watching. When you see an accident on the road, you're like, what happened? What? Oh my goodness, for real, look. Like, you're intrigued. And this is, for me, it's very intriguing to see that someone could be so ambitious and so like, ooh, they just gonna get it whatever. They gonna get what they want regardless. They gonna just throw people under the bus. And the fascination also comes with the fact that she's married Princess Diana's son. And my whole life I followed pretty much Princess Diana. And to see now this chapter of the story, I can only see that the outcomes for Harry with this kind of woman are going to be catastrophic for him. While people may say, look, she's getting everything she wants. She's people really have this way about, Meghan, and they see her and they just can't believe that she gets away with it. And you have to almost say, well, there is a price being paid. And that is the one of her husband. And you may not see it all, but I can assure you, behind closed doors, things are not sitting well with Harry. They just cannot be sitting well with him. Because her focus is so much on what it is that she wants to get. And he is just a side handbag. He thinks he's going along with her in this picture of couple of us going and making it and us against the world. But he don't see that he's not really a part of the picture. And at one point does he wake up and say, wait a minute, she's just doing this for herself. And it's not about me. That's what I see. Maybe you see differently, but let me know in the comments. As she had faced with the world at large had been based solely on her desire to be acknowledged as special, as a star, as someone who was exceptional and out of the ordinary. This is how she sees herself. And her focus is so much on being so special and so not ordinary that she has to keep going in every opportunity that she is opening because it validates her specialness. But is that always a good thing? Especially when it's not meant in the most genuine way. For all the good works Meghan has done, she has never really suffered loss and therefore does not possess a similar degree of empathy. In other words, Meghan is a dominating personality who only surrenders control when she has to. At all other times, she insists on being in the driver's seat. And so you just watch. When this Netflix stuff takes off, she gonna have herself in everything. She made y'all think she was only going to be a producer, but she gonna be like, I want to star in that. And what they gonna say? Okay, she's the one that got the deal. You don't get paid unless you doing what she says. So pretty much this chapter was really good, enlightening. I will be getting 6 out, like I said, it's on my other computer, but it's okay. We gonna get to it. So until next time, you guys, thanks so much for being with me. Remember to please like this video, subscribe if you haven't. And if you want to send me a note, you want to send me an email, just get the details in the description and I'll talk to you later. Peace and love. Bye-bye.